To all the viewers, welcome to tuning in with CGTN New Media. We bring you the latest updates on rescue work after Sichuan landslide in southwest China's Sichuan province. Right now you're looking at, this is the footage we are getting here, and you could see this is the large debris. That's the debris flow triggered by the disaster. A lot of people actually ask questions why the large-scale equipment not really working, because we heard just before we go on air that we heard alarm because that the drones found that at the top of the mountains they noticed that a kind of like a slightly movement happening there. So we also heard that a firecracker sound, that's also that the large rocks caused by the falling up landslide. That is why you could see that all the people right now, they stop working on the site. The rescue relief work right now is on halt for the safety of all the people here. Talk about the latest updates. You could see right now you're looking at the large size equipment. And this is also the rescue area. We talk about that this is the debris accumulation. It was around 1.2 kilometers inland. So you could see here actually it's divided in 10 small areas. So for the teams, they are assigned to different areas to conduct the rescue work. And also we talk about, you could see here, this is the landslide. We talk about this is a landslide happened in the mountain area. So you could see that's transformed into a debris flow. You could see that's very large rock. That's for sure for the very heavy weight, and that's more than 1 ton. And also, it's not really possible for people, for our firefighters, rescue personnel to move by their hands. So we also need to rely on the help of the equipment. And also, at the same time, we also make sure that people working on this site stay safe. So we also had a route for people to evacuate. So we talk about that for people working on site. They also need to have a path for them to leave if any emergency situation happened. We talk about, you could see that here it's still raining. So we make sure that the people here, if anything happened, they can have a route. They can have a route to evacuate. So we also we also have this route available for our rescuers. And you could see that our rescuers right now stand by on site. When the alarm go off, then they come back to the rescue work. You could see our firefighters here, and also we have rescue dogs. So you could see that on their foot, you could see that the mud on their shoes. We talk about that it's still raining, and we also talk about it's very slippery. So you could see that's the mud, and also you could see that the rescue dog, you could see that's the mud and the earth. So that also tell us how difficult the rescue work is. So for the rescue dog actually help us to really in these large areas to really find if that's maybe that smell that people, then we could really conduct that more targeted rescue work. So here we're also with us, Mr. Lee from the firefighting department. So we talk about because of the potential, the ongoing the accident. So right now the rescue work right now is on halt. So we talk about right now this time it's really caused a quite big, large area of debris. So it's very hard for us to really tell the exact position of people covered underneath. We talk about this is a mountainous area. So we talk about it's not a flat surface. So we need to make sure that the landslide, the falling rocks, has also caused a big danger to our rescuers. So please make sure you stay safe. Thank you. So right now, they not really that in the rescue effort we talk about because of the potential that's the dangerous. So right now that's the alarm also sound so that the people here also stop for a second So we talk about this area actually divided into that 10 the working areas, and also we talk about that the set slope radars actually also erected. So you could see that radars help us to know exactly the geological movement, and also because of this side slope, radars actually tell us the potential that the geological movement happened at the top of the mountain. That is why you could see right now it's not really a lot of people working on the site. So here you could see this is a very, very large rock. So previously, this is the terrace for the local household, and we talk about for sure this rock should not that place here. And because of the landslide, that the landslide brought this kind of large size rock to these places we talk about right now. Over around 10 houses were buried. And also you could see we talk about how to guarantee people working at a safer situation. You could see this is the people put a very close eye on the environment. We talk about especially when the rescue effort is going on. These persons, their jobs are very important because they tell us exactly the safety of the whole area and also the safety of the people working on site. We talk about here, you can see the large rocks that's more than a meter in diameter, and also we talk about you see people standing on top of the rocks, and also we talk about some is in the square shape, some with very sharp corners. So we talk about these kind of the rocks. Actually, they totally could destroy the residential houses. And for this building, we could see this is the houses that's very near to the landslide and disaster. We talk about the part of the wall already destroyed. And we talk about a lot of rock. You could see that the hole there. You could tell that a landslide, especially bring a debris flow that totally could destroy the ceiling and also the whole the residential houses. And here we not really verified, but you could see that the wood here we talk about either that's for the people's houses or that could be a tree previously that's grow here. But we could see that's very, very vulnerable. So you could see we not really could tell what the role it previously played here. And we talk about looking at this large debris and also the rocks and also with this kind of small piece of wood that could be the branches of the trees from the top of the mountain. That's all together with all these debris coming to this place. And also this area, you could see, we could see some that's a household waste. So we could tell maybe previously here that could be that the place is related to people's day-to-day life. We need to really think about it. You could see that we could see some of the wastes. We need to figure out that's the people that are living here. That's the wastes, garbages they left here, or that's the people's waste brought to here. So we talk about the rescue work is on halt because of a potential emergency of the ongoing landslide. And here we could see for sure that viewers will already make sure that right now the situation we are standing at is safe. And here we show you this picture, this map. And this is the whole area. You could see that's in color red and pink. That is the whole area of the disaster. The landslide happened this time. You could see this is quite a large space. So this is the top, and then to the bottom, that's more than 1.2 kilometers long. So here you could see this is the beginning, that's the top of the mountain, and then throughout the whole the slope, and then you could see that make a little bit turn, and then to like a letter C shape. And talk about it's around 100 meter wide and 1.2 kilometers long. And we talk about we calculate a little bit it's the whole that landslide area that's around the 16 soccer fields. So we are right now standing at here. So that's we are at a turning point of this letter C. This is also the key rescue area. So previously there were 2 residential houses located here. And on top of that's around 200 meters above where we are standing, you could see that's a cluster of the residential houses. We talk about that because of landslide, that the residents that could be brought to the places we are standing at right now. And also, we could see here, this is the live detection radar. If we could find any signal of the missing people, then we could use this kind of equipment to help us to do more targeted and precise rescue work. And also talk about the live streaming, and we also rely on the satellites. And because of the landslide, that's also impact to the infrastructure. We talk about one route access to a village that's destroyed. And also could see that a disaster area, you could see that this is the telegraph pole. Right now, a power supply also cut off, but you should not worry too much. We talk about the residents living within this impacted area. That's around 360 people. And by the end of 9 a.m. this morning, Beijing time, they already evacuated and right now resettled at a safer place. So we talk about that transportation, telecommunication, and power supply right now is all have some of the impact. We talk about right now as a 5G, 4G. Right now it's not stable. So that's also caused some impact to the rescue efforts. But we could see here, you could see that the right tent, that's our front headquarters. So you could see that at the headquarters, they also set up that the telecommunication services for emergency. We talk about that they can make phone calls, but we talk about if they want to do more like a live conference or like us doing live streaming. So that's sometimes quite difficult because of the unstable signals. And also we could see that another team of firefighters right now coming to the scene. And once again, we talk about, we just heard that emergency alarm just sounded before we on air. So right now, all the rescue efforts right now is on halt. But we talk about over 1,000 rescuers already gathered here at the scene. And we talk about they assigned to the different working places. And they also work in shift. It's very, very difficult and also energy-consuming work. And we talk about that right now. They also work in the different teams and in the different shifts. And we also checked with that the rescuers. We talk about we heard that the fairy crack sound, kind of like a fairy crack, because that's the sound made by the falling stones. Right now, we not really heard any that sounds happening again. So would like to give our viewers a very, very close shot about all these falling stones. We talk about, you could see here, because it's raining for a couple of days, you could see this is really muddy places. So you could see very, very slippery. And because of the continuous rainfall, you could see it's very white. You could see very slippery. So we talk about, I try to get very close to all these rocks. It's really hard because I also saw that are the rescuers and also that the rescue dogs also actually very easy to slap, very slippery. And also we talk about if that's falling down, you could see very easy cause our rescuers injured. And also you could see that the rocks, we also could see that the very sharp corner. Also we could see that the tree branches. So here you could see that the wood material. And also we could see bamboo as well. Maybe you can not really tell it's a bamboo, but we talk about it. That also could tell you how serious the landslide is. So talk about the landslide. So why that the disaster happened? So you could see first, if you look at the whole, the places here. So first, the continuous rainfall. Also, you could see it's a very, very the smoggy day. And here is very tall mountains and also very sharp slope. So from the top to the bottom, that could bring a very, very strong shear strands. We talk about from the top of the mountain and to the front of the landslide. That's the difference around 437 in altitude, which means that's equal to 144 floors. So you could talk about the storms coming to the places from 144 storage tall buildings. And right now we're also finding that the people buried, and also looking at the rocks. And that's kind of that the sedimentary rock. And also you look at the rocks. First of all, you could see actually that is called sand smart stone. So from its name, you could tell that's very soft. So we talk about that is continuous rainfall or the movement of that the geological the situation that could really easy to bring all these rocks to move. We talk about actually for the previous 8 days, that's the raining throughout the whole 8 days. So we talk about that's because of that the rainfall that make everything slippery. And also we talk about that in between of layers of these sand mudstones that also make that's connection or between the stones actually is very easy to make movement, because that with additional that rainfall and also at the rocks and to the rocks, the in between the materials is very slippery. So that's actually all the reasons to cause that landslide. Right now, that's the experts also working on the scene to find out the reason behind. We talk about for the landslide, we normally think about it should happen during the summertime. Why still happen in wintertime? We talk about last year as in Yunnan province, that's landslide disaster also happened in January last year. We talk about, yes, indeed, because there are more rainfalls in summer, so that landslide is also have high frequency of happening. But we talk about in winters, snowing is also actually easier to cause that landslide. We talk about that also because of that the freezing and also the thawing effect. So we need to stay a little bit away from these places because we also heard that sound of like the fire cracked. That's also the sound made by the falling stones. So we need to leave these places. So once again, we talk about, you could see here, you could tell actually previously this is the terrain for local households. And we talk about that in the winter, the rocks also the soils actually also absorb water. So we talk about they absorb this kind of water that also enlarge the hole in between underneath. And also we talk about when the temperature increase, then that's also because of the air evaporation. So the water all gone and leave all the empty holes underneath in between the rocks. That's also similar applied to the winter season. We talk about because of that the snowing and the thawing or the freezing and the thawing effects. That's also the reason caused to the landslide. We also talk about because Sichuan province this is also because of the mountainous area. That's also need to pay a close attention to landslide.
which was hit by the landslide. And behind me, you can see working to carry out the rescue missions. Let me take a little bit break. And this landslide, the volumes Hello everyone, welcome to CGTN, and I'm the reporter Zheng, and a landslide hit a village called Jinping Village in Junlian County in southwest Chinese Sichuan province, and it's been a second day, and the rescue operations are still on the way, and more than 900 rescue workers, including firefighters, soldiers from forced armed and medical personnel, as well as policemen, have been deployed to carry out rescue operations. And as you can see, the debris and big rocks of the landslide, and the volume of the landslide reaches about 100,000 square meters, which was really a big challenge for rescue workers to carry out their operations. And we can also see some escalators are carrying out the operations. It may take a little break right now. And 360 people from 95 households were evacuated to the safe places. They were evacuated to the middle school of Junlian County, and the officials have arranged 41 rooms for 162 of them, and the rest of them have gone to ask for their relatives for help, and they will live with their relatives and their friends. And the authorities also have been prepared well. They provide medical care and necessary necessities for the people living in the middle school 24 hours. For example, like the instant noodle, the milk, the hot water, and the rice and the noodles. Nowadays it's very important to carry out operations in a scientific way. So a lot of high-tech equipment, like the life detectors, drones, and even sniff dogs have been used in these operations. And so far, there are still 29 people remain missing. Because of the jagged mountains, it's a little bit challenging for the rescue workers. And we can also see that the weather is not very good. It's drizzling here, and the weather is foggy today, so it's hard for everyone here to find the right target. And we can see now there are some high-tech facilities or equipment here that are being used to avert or avoid the secondary disasters like the second landslide, because the official said that it's still risky or possible to see this second landslide, and landslides still continue. So it's important to monitor the secondary disaster, using high-tech facilities. "29 people remain missing, and 10 houses were cracked by the landslide. And we can see the rocks are really huge and debris are challenge to remove. But what impressed us a lot is that the villagers from the villages around us, around this Jinping Village, were very friendly. They are now helping rescue workers and other staff to cook meals for them. So we can feel that the spirit of or awareness of unity of Chinese people when there's a big disaster hitting us. And we found something interesting. There's a high-tech facility. 你好，可以跟我们介绍一下这是什么东西吗？就跟我们大概了解一下这是什么作用就行。
这个是涉及到部队的设备，不方便给你介绍。
OK， 好，但它就是拿来监测这个自然灾害之类的。
对，主要传输一些图像啊和一个现场的情况。这样就行。
好，谢谢。So I just talked to the soldier that he told me that it's from the BLA, but it's used for detecting or monitoring the secondary disaster using some the GPS or some images. And we can see a lot of rescue workers are still working in the village to help. Then there are using every way that a man can be saved. And there are also some drones are traveling around us to detect the natural condition. So far, more than 900 rescue workers, specifically 949 rescue workers have been deployed to carry out the rescue operations using escalators, fire engines, and other equipment, everything that they can use, trying to save people. And also the local officials have deployed staff to patrol the villages and they also deployed medical personnel to take care of the injuries, and the 2 injuries have been sent to the hospital in Junlian County, but fortunately they're all safe and they have been out of danger. Well, anyway, that's the what we see and what we have in the Jinping Village, and for more details we'll keep you updated. Please stay tuned for on CGTN for more details of the landslide operations.
Hi everyone. I'm right now currently at the Junlian County #2 Middle High School. Here now is a temporary shelter for allocating about 360 people who have been affected by this landslides. And behind me there is a cafeteria in this school. Here is providing 24 hours and 7 days meal. And for the villagers who has been affected, so they actually just finished their lunch at around 12. So now you can see there's not many people, but you still can see some rescuers teams and medical teams are still here. So there's not only provides the meals for the villagers, they also provide those support for the rescue teams. Let's come to the place to see how's their meal going on. So here, today is a weekend, so the students are all not at home. So now they are using all these resources, and we can see they're providing there are four dishes, including meats, vegetables, and rice. And there are more actually dishes. It's together. It's about like 7 to 8 dishes. So currently here, total of 1,306 people are staying here. It's about 41 families. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. 1,360 people have been relocated. Here in this school, there are about 162 people across 41 families stay here. The rest of the people, some of them stay with their relatives or families. So later we're just gonna go to the one of the building to check out their current situation. And now actually we meet some of the villagers as well. Let's maybe ask some of let's just talk to them. 哎，你好，那个我们想问一下，您是就是从那个受灾地点附近那边撤离下来的群众是吗？
是。
你们大概是什么时候来到这边的？
我们昨天的5、6点钟。5点钟左右。啊。
那现在就是那边是一个什么样的？
哎呦，现在的情况我们都不晓得。哎，我们一直在那走一步就我们去看，就没去看那里。
那你们知道会在这边大概住多长时间？
这个话不晓得住多久。
那现在就是生活上的这些怎么样？
生活上都是他们这政府我们安排的，哎，都是每一户人作为家务，一户人你有10个、8个、3个、5个都就是。
一家人住在一个房间。
哦，这个反正比较很。
我们的房子就是9平。
哎，
但是
条件是可以的。
当地就是30个来的，但是其他有些人说人，你哪个就听不懂。
那你们那个村大概有多少人？
我们那个村啊，我们那个村。
也可能是2000多人。
1000多2000人。2000人。啊。
2000人，但是现在你们来了。
我们来了这边噻。
就你们不是所有人都来？
哎，我们来了这里很多人。
可能是
30倍人嘛，这个有。
30倍人。
哦，都有30倍人。
谢谢你们那个辛苦啊。好，
这种待遇他们村上的了政府不管。
Okay, so we just talked with some villagers. They told me they actually arrived in this place about 5 or 6 o'clock yesterday afternoon. They are the villagers from the area actually next to the Jinping Village, which is the landslide heated area. So there are about around the area there are about 2,000 people have been affected. So far they have been all successfully evacuated. So some of them stay with their families and some of them stay in those kind of temporary shelters. So now they told me they actually the school provides one building for the whole relocating people, and also they provide 2 other buildings for some rescue teams, including medical team and some firefighters teams. So now we are just walking into the number 5 building. That's the place where the villagers are staying. And we're gonna go and check how their life calendar conditions going on. Also, when we on the way, we also see there are emergency cars and also so here we also see a lot of medical person. They provide all those services to the village, and also there are a lot of volunteers to provide some the different kind of services for the local people. And here we can see some of the people are just staying here to relax or. And also there are some police. Okay, so let's walk into the building. Okay. Okay, so first the room we saw there are a lot of there are some goods as they there. So there are all the food, including waters and some noodles. And here some volunteers are also registered the information of the villagers and trying to provide the help that they need. 这边他们是在进行就是按需
需要按需那里。
好的，他们现在目前提供一些什么样的物资啊？
大多是御寒物资，还有洗漱用品这些，比如说棉衣、棉裤、棉鞋这些，还有洗漱用的这些东西都有。就是根据他们的需要，如果我们没得的，我们也会采购一些，都会根据他们需求提供的。
好的，好的。现在这边是有162个人，我看是还有后来有陆陆续续载过来的吗？
对，住在那栋。
旁边那栋。
对，旁边那栋。
这一栋是一个什么处？
这边是发放物资，还有上面是有一些工作人员休息区。
好的，好的。
那边是安置的。
好的，好的。Okay, now we can see here like the volunteers are registered the information about what they need. So they provide like socks and also some cotton clothes to help them to prevent the cold, because the temperature these days in this area is under 10 degrees, about 5 to 6 degrees, and also it's raining, keep raining, so they are just trying to provide some warm clothes to them, also some necessary foods, waters. They're also collecting some other necessities that they need, so they will try to buy more to provide more resources. Okay, so this building is many office building, so they So we can.
又能直播，不能够那啥子嘛？你不懂我直播啥子？
Okay, so this is the number 5 building. That's the place. That's the place where people staying. So here, 162 people across 41 families stay in this place. One family stay in one room. And we can see they actually set up the temporary medical checkout point to provide the necessary medical services. And also here is to provide some services for the children. There are, now we can see they are setting up a small table for children to do some craft works for them to spend in the time and to calm down their psychological situation. So. And then we can walk through a little bit and to check the room condition. So okay, here we can see this is one of the room, and then 嗨，你们好，你们是就是那边在这边安置的群众是吗？啊，不是。不是吗？啊，这边是一个工作的地方。啊，对，这边是志愿者。啊，你们在帮志愿者在这边，你们也在这边休息晚上哈？
不是休息，我们在这儿
服务哈。
就是因为楼上全是住的。
啊，楼上他们在楼上哈。
哎，楼上住的教室。
你们也是当地的群众吗？
哎，我们是志愿者党员啊。
好的，好的，行，谢谢你们，谢谢你们，好。This is the room for people for the volunteers. They just temporarily stay there. Yeah, so they told us all the families are staying in the second floor. So actually at this site we saw a lot of volunteers and also medical people and also other rescue people are still, they're working together to make sure that the people here have a stable life. 那我们 okay. So yeah, we can see this is a room that they are trying to set up here. 那这里大概就是住多少人可以？
大概的话，1、2、3、4、5、10个。
10个人，
对，
就是一个家庭的，他现在是按一个家庭来，
差不多，
就是根据他们的人数，你们给他配备这个相应的这个
床铺，然后这个移动的 WiFi 呀之类的，让他们来在这里还是有家的感觉。
对，好的，行，他们现在是还没有过来，
现在他们床铺已经铺好，然后等一下或者在楼下休息一下嘛，或者有朋友在一起吹牛。
所以说刚才我们在那儿看到他们。
对，他们还有在楼下烤一下手啊之类的。
好的，谢谢你们。他们这个是我们稍微看一下这个房间哈。
可以。
OK。
等一下。说的声音有点那个。你干啥子嘛你？
是。哦，进来嘛。走。他现在在休息的嘛，家属。现在家属没有在，他们正在安 WiFi。So this is a room. It's to provide for about a family of 10 people, and we just talked to some staff. They are trying to set up the Wi-Fi services for this room. So we can see here, it's a kind of a dormitory turned to a temporary room. So they including bathroom and also the beds. Yeah. So when we are walking, we saw some people staying outside. So now they are still waiting for the room to be ready. So the staffs, they are trying to provide different kind of services. We just say the communication people, they're trying to set up the Wi-Fi and to make sure they have a comfortable place. Yeah, so each room actually is one family. So it's depending how many people in one family. So here we can see there are about 5 or 6 beds to provide for this family as well. So they are having the food now. Okay. Hào的，我们已经差不多了。我们其实就是给大家看一下，好的。So we can tell actually this temporary shelter just be ready from yesterday. So now everything is still on the way, and they are trying to make it to prepare for the room for the people and to provide all the services. Okay. Now we can go in this temporary medical point, and we can see some doctors stay here, and some of the villagers stay here. 那我进去。
你们电视台的是吧？
是那个。好。
这个方面就是。
这里的话，大概是一般会提供一些什么样的一些医疗的服务？能简单跟我们说一下吗？
我们都不接受采访的，你等一下。简单的，我们备了一些感冒的药，然后流感的药，然后呼吸系统的、消化系统的、心血管系统都有。
主要是怕那个天气比较冷。
对，容易反复的感冒啊、流感啊之类的，我们都备了，连那个就是甲流、乙流的那个快筛的试纸我们都有。
小孩的一些
都有。
都
备了，对。
好的，谢谢你。
发烧的都有。
好。Yeah. So here they actually provide some of the services, and they have mostly they have the medicine for preventing the cold, because the weather is cold here. So, and also they prepare some medicine for the disease for the older people and also for the children. Yeah, that's actually almost the situations right now, and we can tell the people get all the help that they need. Yeah, so some of the people rest here to wait for the room to be ready.